Okay, we're going to look at the median or mid-segment, as we call it, of a trapezoid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a trapezoid here. And remember, a trapezoid is a parallelogram with one pair of parallel sides that we call bases and one pair of non-parallel sides that we call legs. So that's a trapezoid. So when we talk about the mid-segment of a trapezoid, it's similar to what we talked about when we had the mid-segment of a triangle. A mid-segment is a segment that connects two midpoints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the midpoint of this leg, and I'm going to find the midpoint of this leg, and when I connect those two midpoints, I get the mid-segment. Now this mid-segment is also parallel to both bases. Make sure I've got room here. It's parallel to both bases. And it is the average of the lengths of the two bases. And you guys know what average is. If you have 100 on a test and a 90 on a test, which is what we all want, your average is 95. How did you get that? You did 100 plus 90 and you divided it by 2. So when we have a trapezoid and we want to find a mid-segment, let's say this base is 15 and this base is 53. And I want to know how long is the mid-segment. And we'll make this 53 meters, 15 meters. How long is the mid-segment? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the average of the two bases. It's going to be base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. That's what I mean when I say the average of the two bases. So I have 15 meters plus 53 meters, and I'm going to divide that by 2. I'm going to find the average. So I've got 15 plus 53 is 68, divided by 2 is 34 meters. So your mid-segment is 34 meters. So that's how you find the mid-segment of a trapezoid. Now, I'm going to give you another example. And trapezoids can look all kinds of funky ways, okay? This one looks like a weird car. Again, you've got your two parallel sides. Those are your bases. And then you've got your non-parallel sides. Those are your legs. And I'm going to create my mid-segment. So I'm going to connect the midpoint of this leg and the midpoint of this leg to create my mid-segment. Now remember, that is also going to be parallel to the two bases. So let's do something a little bit different. Let's say this is 3x plus 7 and this is 9x minus 4, and this is, let's see here, 7x minus 2. So I want to know what's x and how long is the mid-segment. Well, what do we know about the mid-segment? It's base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2, right? What's base 1? 3x plus 7. Okay, plus what's base 2? 9x minus 4. And that's all divided by what? 2. And when I do that and I divide by 2, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 7x minus 2. Because remember, I'm just adding the two bases, dividing by 2. That's it. I've just got some algebraic terms in there instead of some numeric ones. So let's combine. 3x and 9x gives you 12x. 7 minus 4 gives you 3. That's all over 2. And then I've got 7x minus 2 on this side. Now, two ways to get rid of this. Multiply both sides by the greatest common denominator for the two sides, which would be 2. Or you can set this up and cross multiply. I'm debating on how to show you how to do it because we've done it both ways. But what I want to do is get rid of the 2. That's the easiest. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 over 1. So that cancels. So I'm left with 12x plus 3. And then I have to distribute here because I'm multiplying the whole side by 2. 2 times 7x is 14x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So now I'm going to combine. So I'm going to move the 12x. So 3 equals 2x minus 4. Then I'm going to move the 4. So plus 4 plus 4. So 7 equals 2x. And then my last step is going to be my division. So divided by 2, divided by 2. So 7 halves. X is going to equal 3.5. 3.5 is going to be what x is equal to. Now, if I actually wanted to find the lengths of these three, what would I do with the 3.5? Exactly, I would plug it in. So I'd plug 3.5 in for x there, 3.5 in for x there, and 3.5 in for x there if I wanted to actually find the lengths of the bases. So if I did the top one, it would be 3x plus 7, right? Which would be 3 times 3.5 plus 7. And it's okay to get decimals. It's okay. I know we've been brought up for whole numbers only ever since we were in kinder, but you can get decimals. 3 times 3.5 is 10.5 plus 7 is 17.5. So the top base is 17.5. Let's do the bottom base. I have 9x minus 4, so 9 times 3.5 minus 4. 9 times 3.5, that would be 27, plus 4.5, which would be 31.5 minus 4, which is 27.5. So this base is 27.5. So let's find the midsegment. 7 times x, which is 3.5, minus 2. So I've got 21 plus 3.5, so 24.5 minus 2 is 22.5. If you look at that, 22.5 is in fact halfway between 27.5 and 17.5. So again, the midsegment of a trapezoid is just when you add the two bases together and find the average, divide by 2.